Hamlet for over 20 years.
And that's exactly my point!
Look, I can't just do it like that.
I think you're afraid of your father.
Nonsense. I just don't want to hurt his feelings.
Ben, this is about more than simply who's playing Hamlet. For one thing, you asked me to marry you.
Lisa, are you telling me you won't marry me unless I play Hamlet?
I just say, if you can't prove to me you can stand up to your father, then I need to reconsider whether or not you're the sort of man I want to marry.
Maybe you're right.
Thank you, Ben. I'm glad you finally see that.
What I see is that we should call for engagement.
What? Ben, you don't mean that.
You certainly don't want to marry someone who's weak and spineless.
Is that what you are?
I think maybe you better go.
Ben. Maybe I was a little insensitive?
A little?
I'm sorry. I do love you. Will you forgive me?
Yes. I forgive you. And I love you too.
But I do think it's time that you were playing the roles that you're capable of, the ones you deserve.
No. I know. But Dad is at that midlife crisis point, and he's always seen himself as a 25-year-old matinee adult type. So it's hard for him to come to terms with the fact that he's, middle-aged. But believe me, at heart, he's a truly fair and reasonable man. He'll come around, and when he does, he himself will suggest the change of rules. Take my word for it.
I guess I'll have to.
Thank you.
But in the meantime, what if something were to happen to him?
Happen to him?
I mean, so that he couldn't play Hamlet.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I only mean if you were to become sick or something like that.
Oh! Well, in that case, there'd be no choice, but he's perfectly healthy. Why would Dad suddenly become sick?
Has he had his appendix out?
Yes, he has. Listen, Lisa!
Ben, I was only asking.
That was an exceptional performance, if I do say so myself.
But it was only a dress rehearsal, Dad.
Exactly. So just think how superb it will be with an actual audience. I'll tell you, I really feel invigorated right now.
Let's hope you continue to feel that way.
God, I thought I'd never get through that final act. Is anything wrong?
No, of course not. What could be wrong? Nothing's wrong. I'm just a little worn out, that's all.
Good Lord! Worn out playing Horatio. He certainly doesn't know what's playing Hamlet.
No, he certainly doesn't.
Actually, I have a bit of a headache. Does anyone happen to have an aspirin?
I don't. Alec, but I suppose you never get a headache.
As a matter of fact, I really love smoked oysters. But for some reason, they make me deathly ill. Headache, bellyache, fever, everything. Otherwise, I'm as healthy as a horse.
They really make you ill, do they?
About my aspirin.
There's a Walgreens right down the street.
Maybe I better go myself. Lisa, are you going to get changed?
In a minute. Don't let me keep you from your aspirin.
You know, sometimes I worry about that boy.
I do too.
Don't get me wrong. He's a good son, and I love him dearly. But sometimes I think he's a little bit immature.
Maybe he needs more responsibility.
There might be something to that. And he does have a lot of talent.
Yes, I agree. Listen, Alec, can I be friends with you?
For heaven's sake, Lisa, you've been with us for almost 3 months now.
Great. It's just that I feel a little unsure about how you'll respond to what I want to say.
So I make you a little nervous.
Well, a little.
I sometimes have that effect on women. I really don't know why.
Well, after all, you are a very talented and experienced actor. But beyond your talents, I think you're a very generous, giving man.
I am with people I like.
And that's why I was wondering.
Yes, what were you wondering, Lisa?
I was wondering, don't you think you're possibly limiting yourself by only playing Hamlet?
Yes, I do.
You do?
But I can't do the entire show by myself.
A one-man Hamlet?
I've thought about it, but it just seems impossible.
I imagine so.
Nevertheless, Hamlet is such a complex character, there's no end to what you can discover in him. I'm sure I could play Hamlet for the rest of my days and never grow tired of it.
Wouldn't you become a little old for the role?
Naturally, I don't mean that literally.
Listen, Alec, I hope you don't mind if I tell you how much I respect you.
Why in the world would I mind that?
I don't mean only as an actor. I mean as a human being too.
I hope I'm both.
I mean you're intelligent, perceptive, and also understanding.
Oh. Do you really think I am?
I do. And Ben thinks so too. In fact, I think that's a lot of his problem. That lack of maturity you're talking about. He respects you so much. It's intimidating to him. And so naturally, he finds it very hard to talk to you honestly.
You are talking about Ben now, aren't you?
Yes, Ben. He finds it very hard to talk to you about certain things he wants.
Well, I certainly hope you don't feel that way.
No, I don't. Not any longer.
And listen, Lisa, I think I understand what you're trying to tell me.
You mean about Ben?
Well, if you want to put it that way.
So you understand that young people need to have their chance, right?
Oh, I do. In fact, I want young people to have their chance.
Oh, you can't imagine how happy I am to hear you say that!
Good. And now that you've broken the ice, so to speak, I'll tell you. I've been looking for a way to bring this subject up myself.
You have? Boy, this was easier than expected.
Well, you're a very persuasive young woman, Lisa. And very beautiful too, I might add.
Thanks.
Look, why don't we change ourselves into something more comfortable and meet back here in, say, 20 minutes to discuss this more fully.
That sounds great.
By the way, do you like champagne?
Well, I guess so. You mean you want to make it a celebration?
Well, it is a celebration in a way, don't you think?
Well, I guess it is.
A celebration of youth and of life, in general.
Okay, look, but I prefer Ben didn't know we had this conversation. Let's just keep it between the two of us.
Believe me, I won't say anything to anyone. It'll be our little secret.
Thanks. You know you really are a kind and understanding man.